After the enemies with guns have been wiped out, there will still be enemies without guns. They are bound to struggle desperately against us, and we must never regard these enemies lightly. In China, although in the main, socialist transformation has been completed with respect to the system of ownership, and although the large-scale and turbulent class struggles of the masses, characteristic of the previous revolutionary periods, have in the main come to an end, there are still remnants of the overthrown landlord and comprador classes. There is still a bourgeoisie, and the remolding of the petty bourgeoisie has only just started. The aim of this dictatorship is to protect all our people so that they can devote themselves to peaceful labor and build China into a socialist country with a modern industry, agriculture, science, and culture. It is precisely in order to be able to shoulder this task more competently and work better together with all non-party people who are actuated by high ideals and determined to institute reforms that we must conduct rectification movements, both now and in the future, and constantly rid ourselves of whatever is wrong. Policy and tactics are the life of the party. Leading comrades at all levels must give them full attention and must never on any account be negligent. The people's democratic dictatorship needs the leadership of the working class, for it is only the working class that is most far-sighted, most selfless, and most thoroughly revolutionary. The entire history of revolution proves that without the leadership of the working class, revolution fails, and that with the leadership of the working class, revolution triumphs. Every communist working in the mass movements should be a friend of the masses and not a boss over them, a tireless teacher and not a bureaucratic politician. The party committee system is an important party institution for ensuring collective leadership and preventing any individual from monopolizing the conduct of affairs. The secretary of a party committee must be good at being a squad leader. A party committee has 10 to 20 members. It is like a squad in the army, and the secretary is a squad leader. All important problems must be submitted to the committee for discussion, and the committee members present should express their views fully and reach definite decisions which should then be carried out by the members concerned. Learn to play the piano. In playing the piano, all 10 fingers are in motion. It won't do to move some fingers only and not others. But if all 10 fingers press down at once, there is no melody. To produce good music, the 10 fingers should move rhythmically and in coordination. Wherever we happen to be, we must treasure our manpower and material resources, and must not take a short view and indulge in wastefulness and extravagance. Wherever we are, from the very first year of our work, we must bear in mind the many years to come, the protracted war that must be maintained, the counter-offensive, and the work of reconstruction after the enemy's expulsion. Most arduous tasks lie ahead of us in the great work of construction. Although there are over 10 million members in our party, they still constitute a very small minority of the country's population. Don't you want to abolish state power? Yes, we do, but not right now. We cannot do it yet. Why? Because imperialism still exists. Because domestic reaction still exists. Because classes still exist in our country. Our present task is to strengthen the people's state apparatus, mainly the people's army, the people's police, and the people's courts, in order to consolidate national defense and protect the people's interests. Under the leadership of the Chinese Communist Party, the Chinese people are carrying out a vigorous rectification movement in order to bring about the rapid development of socialism in China on a firmer basis. This is a socialist movement for the self-education and self-remolding of the people. In order to guarantee that our party and country do not change their color, we must not only have a correct line and correct policies, but must train and bring up millions of successors who will carry on the cause of proletarian revolution. Our party organizations must be extended all over the country, and we must purposely train tens of thousands of cadres and hundreds of first-rate mass leaders. The class struggle is by no means over. The proletariat seeks to transform the world according to its own world outlook, and so does the bourgeoisie. In this respect, the question of which will win out, socialism or capitalism, is still not really settled. To win countrywide victory is only the first step in a long march of 10,000 li. The Chinese Revolution is great, but the road after the revolution will be longer, the work greater and more arduous.